Good morning. It is 7:16. I'm a little late getting started this morning. I am going to eat my banana and drink some water, and I'm going to start my sweat set by Fitness Marshall. So I just finished the whole sweat set. I meant to just kind of get a hang of it for tomorrow, and it was fun. So I did the whole thing. So now I still have to do my regular workout, but that's okay because I had a lot of fun. So what made me interested in doing Fitness Marshall videos in the first place was not only because they're on YouTube and they're free and they're fun, but because of this. Look at that. Look at that girl. She looks more like me. That girl is beautiful, but she doesn't look like me. This girl looks like me. And representation is everything. Look at that. Get it, girl. Get it, get it, get it. Yeah. I love it. Thank you, Fitness Marshall, for being inclusive. So I feel really sick to my stomach after I ate the smoothie this morning, and I kind of think that it's the combination of the apple and the avocado. I think I might have a problem with FODMAPs, if that's how you say it. I'm trying it out, and I'm gonna just see. So maybe I'll just ditch the avocado for a while. In the meantime, I'm just gonna eat this sausage because I know that I need a little bit of protein this morning. And I will say this sausage is delicious. We just made it on Saturday. Today's Monday. We just made it on Saturday over at my in-laws' house. It's delicious. This is my lunch. I'm eating a couple of slices of turkey and some broccoli and a couple of carrots and a little bit of activated charcoal because I have been sick all morning. I think that I am just not made for avocado anymore. The kids are finally asleep, and that means it's time for one of my favorite parts of the day. Delicious. Full disclosure, I had a handful of these earlier. They're good too. So while the kids are napping, I want to talk a little bit about what my goals are and what I'm starting to do. So I said in my intro already that I'm not trying to diet, but I'm trying to live a healthier life. I don't believe that dieting is a trick to a healthier life, especially for me. And one of the things that I've noticed too is that for me, a healthier life does not include everything in moderation mentality. I tried everything in moderation mentality. It wasn't working. I would eat generally healthy and then eat some stuff that was just garbage. So if I ate a donut over the weekend, okay, that was fine. And if I had pizza once a week, okay, that was fine. And I've just learned that that's not okay. That's not working for me. Another consideration that I had to put into before starting all of these life changes was that I was getting allergic reactions all the time. When I first became pregnant with my now 5-month-old son, who looks like he might be waking up, I started getting these hives and rashes all the time, and it was pretty constant throughout my entire pregnancy that I was having these rashes. And after he was born, it kind of went away for a while, but then would come back, and when I would get a rash or a hive, so would he. So I knew it was something that I was eating rather than something that I was being exposed to, because he would get a rash whether or not he was exposed to anything that could potentially be an allergen to him dermatologically. So I started off looking for different solutions to avoiding everything that could be an allergen. And the first thing I thought of was strawberries. I thought I was allergic to strawberries. I took those out. I was still getting the rashes. I do still think I might be allergic to strawberries, but I think I'm also allergic to something else. So I looked up and got this book, the Autoimmune Paleo Cookbook. A friend of mine recommended it to me, and anyway, I looked through it, and the philosophy to me is really sound. So you go through and you take out anything that you could potentially be allergic to right away, and you have to keep that for at least a couple of months. So I've been eating on this diet for about a month now, and I am noticing a lot of changes, but I'm still going to try and keep not adding in food for at least another month, just because I think it's too early right now. If you want to pick up this book, it's a great book, and it will explain how to do the autoimmune paleo procedure to you. I'm trying to find the list of foods that you can and cannot eat, because there's a list of foods that at first you can't eat, and then eventually you add them in. So in stage 1, you add in egg yolks and legumes and fruits and berry-based spices, seeds and nut oils, ghee from grass-fed dairy, etc., etc. And then he goes from stage 2 and stage 3, etc. So here let me see. Can you see that? There is the list of foods that you can include in your diet. And then here is the list of foods that you are supposed to take out of your diet. So I've taken out grains, beans, eggs, nightshades, dairy, seeds, nuts, and other. I have added in nightshades here and there because I love peppers. Dairy, I do still eat ghee. I love ghee. I have not had any reaction to it. I went off of it for a couple of weeks. I added it back in, and I don't really think it's a problem for me. That being said, you might have a problem with ghee, and if you do, please don't try it. If you're trying this, do as it says and take everything out and then add it back in one by time. But for me, having the ghee I think is okay. I might eventually just not have that at all. So we'll see how that works. I've added back in white potatoes. Those are fine for me. I don't have any reaction. And I sort of did it out of order. I added ghee, I added white potatoes, because those are some of my favorite things. I have them very infrequently, but I do have them every once in a while. I miss them. And on a diet that is as restrictive as this one is, I felt that I needed some things that I looked forward to. So today I had a handful of Kettle organic potato chips. And I know the ingredients that are in it. It's oil, it's potato chips, and salt and pepper. I am okay with that as a treat. My diet mainly consists of fruits, vegetables, and meats. That's pretty much what I can eat. I do have coffee. I gotta have the coffee. I can't. Don't touch my coffee. But it's pretty limiting. I will say that it's sometimes a source of frustration what I can and cannot eat. You will notice that some of the things that I eat are just very plain. So today for lunch I had a couple of slices of turkey, I had some broccoli, and I had some carrots. And that's not an abnormal lunch for me. That's a fairly typical lunch for me. One thing you should know as well, I do have kids in the house. I have 3 kids in the house. One is 5 months old, he's my youngest, and then one I watch who's 2 years old, 2.5, and then another one is my 4-year-old son. And they eat generally the same foods I'm eating, maybe a little bit different, but not too bad. So today I shot a picture of the skillet with scrambled eggs in it and with my sausage. But then the eggs I'm not allowed to have yet, so I didn't eat those eggs, but that was for my son and this little girl that I watch because they wanted eggs and the smoothie was not enough for them. This is harder than I thought. So some of my goals this week are to get in 3 days of the fitness marshal. Another goal of mine this week is to run 3 times. I've been running. I'm sort of doing couch to 5K and sort of just running for pleasure. We should say jog. I don't really run. I'm not that fast. And then I want to do my weightlifting workouts at least 3 times a week. So he was napping. I should be doing more weightlifting, I think. I think I would rather have that every day of the week and switch off what I'm doing as far as arms, legs, or core. But for now, I'm doing 3 days a week, and that's better than I was doing, and that's going to be it.